Rules sometimes feel completely arbitrary and restricting, like in Indiana where it's against the law to catch a fish with your bare hands. That's a real thing. I know because I Googled it. But if you choose to create rules intentionally, it can be a powerful self-development tool. And there's one in particular, the 2-day rule, that I credit with being the most influential in my own life. It helped me put on more than 20 pounds of muscle onto my scrawny frame, and it's empowered me to create a consistent exercise habit over the past decade. So early on in college, I noticed that no matter how many times I tried to build a fitness habit, things would eventually get in the way. I'd get busy with classes, I had to prepare for finals, I'd be too hungover from a late night of drinking. But then I realized that all these excuses were complete bullshit. If I couldn't find at the very least 30 minutes to exercise every day, then I was the problem. So after 8 years of attempting to build muscle and failing miserably, I implemented the 2-day rule. The 2-day rule is simple. It's a promise to yourself that you will not take off 2 days in a row from your habit. I took this rule to heart and made a promise to myself as much as possible to stick to it. Unless I was sick, it didn't matter how I felt. Even if I got to the gym and cranked out 10 minutes of cardio, I'd still be proud of myself for showing up. And for the first time in my life, I started to gain momentum. Within 6 weeks, I had built more muscle than in the past 6 years. I had broken through a wall and found it more difficult to skip a day of working out than to actually go. I'd finally built the habit. Today, I continue to stay committed to the 2-day rule. I make a promise to myself that I have to do some kind of physical exercise at least every other day. It could be a gym workout, a cycling class, or a hike.
I don't think I can do the whole thing this time. I have to cut it short.
It doesn't matter what it is, I just need to get moving. This allows me to take days off as needed, often multiple days a week, but it also keeps me motivated. And most importantly, it prevents me from falling into a slump and neglecting my health for weeks or even months at a time.
So I just had a really long full day shoot. I didn't have a chance to go to the gym in the morning and I skipped yesterday. So that means that according to the 2-day rule, today I have to go to the gym. So I'm gonna pack up my things, head there, do a quick little workout.
It's so easy to give ourselves a break, to let just this one time turn into the next 5 days. While I had accidentally stumbled across this back in college, it turns out that there is actual science to back it up. According to research by Philippe Lally, missing one opportunity does not preclude habit formation, but missing a week's worth of opportunities reduces the likelihood of future performance and hinders habit acquisition. So go ahead and skip a day. Just be careful about overdoing it. This isn't about being perfect because there will always be times where you have to bend, break, or sideline this rule. You might go on vacation, or you could have a big project at work that requires your attention, and all of us get sick from time to time. In these cases, you should take a purposeful break from the rule with the intention to come back to it as soon as you can. There's a misconception that rules limit what you can do in life, that they somehow hold you back. But I found the exact opposite to be true. By thoughtfully creating rules, you can create effective boundaries that pull you in the direction of helpful habits. Okay, so we've covered a lot in the last few lessons, and now it's time to put it all onto the page to solidify your habit plan. Open up your workbook to exercise 11 to determine all of the important details of how you're gonna follow through with your habit.